What's going on, guys? Sneaky Shadow here, and welcome to Shadowy Opinions, a series where I basically review a game and give it my personal opinion of it. Now, started off with the first series, and for the first episode of this series, is Kingdom Hearts, one of my favorite games. Now, Kingdom Hearts, what's to say about it? It's a really popular Square Enix game where it mixes Disney and Final Fantasy game. Who didn't want that? At first, everyone. They thought that was going to be an awful idea. It was just going to fail. Next thing you know, it became one of Square Enix's greatest series. Now, the story follows a kid named Sora. Basically, he's just some kid who wants to explore other worlds. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Go to different worlds. How cool would that be? You'd feel like you were in Star Wars, exploring in a ship, going to different planets. It sounds cool. Now, in Kingdom Hearts, it's not like Star Wars. At first, you're just stuck on this island called Destiny Island for a good while in the game. Till eventually, a storm hits one night after they finish their ref that was gonna explore the world. I wish I knew how they were gonna do that. I mean, I would love to see that. That sounds pretty awesome. Next thing you know, these enemies called Heartless appear. They appeared in the beginning of the game's tutorial, basically explaining all the combat features. And after this, after the attack, Sora was taken away in some kind of vortex, and it took him to another world. Now, let's flash back to, I think it was like on the first day, after the first day on the island, you go to Disney Castle. It's following Donald and Goofy there, and they end up finding out that their king, Mickey, surprise, is gone. Turns out he left a letter saying that he is going to other worlds because they're disappearing. And he instructed Donald and Goofy to go find someone with a key. And he is the one who will save the worlds. When in reality, in all the other games, there are multiple other people with keyblades. So the story is basically Sora has to go to all the other worlds with his companions Donald and Goofy. It varies from Tarzan, Alice in Wonderland, Aladdin, Halloween Town, Little Mermaid, and eventually it gets to their own worlds like Hollow Bastion, Traverse Town. I can't really remember all the worlds, but I remember exploring every single world. Well, technically it had to, but exploring everywhere in the world, like finding the smallest detail in it, because it has its own bit of lore that's related to their stories of the world. Like Halloween Town, it sort of follows the actual story to the movie. Like I said, sort of. It adds its own twist to it since it's involving the characters from Kingdom Hearts. What I also like about the game is how the different costumes vary from certain worlds. Like again with Halloween Town, for example. Sora is this jack-o'-lantern looking character. Basically, he just has like a little pumpkin covering his eye with little vampire fangs. Goofy is a Frankenstein looking monster, and Donald is a mummy with a stomach missing, I think? I don't remember. I actually haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a while. I have to play that again. Now, with every game, there are pros and cons. The pros, it's a fun game. Like, it has great stories, great characters. And then there's the cons. There's only a few cons in there. First off, the game is really difficult sometimes if you're not knowing what you're doing. I've had that happen to me a lot. And also there was the gummy ship battles. I did not find those entertaining, really. But it's still a great game. Like, I love it to death. If there was only one game I could play for the rest of my life, it would without a doubt have to be one of the Kingdom Hearts games. Hopefully the third one, because I want to play that so badly. Now, let's talk about the characters. You got your standard main characters. There's Sora, Donald, and Goofy. What can you say about him? Sora, he's just an energetic kid who you can't hate. And he's the hero that's saving the worlds from darkness. Then there's Donald and Goofy. We all know those two characters. We love them to death. We grew up with them. There have been some times where they've just made us laugh, smile, or even cheered us up when we were down. And then there are the other characters that are involved in it. Like there's Kairi and Riku. That's Sora's goal. He's trying to find his best friends Kairi and Riku, who disappeared after the Night of the Storm. While Donald and Goofy, they're trying to find their king. And they're also trying to save the world. What else was there? Anyway, fast forward to basically the end of the game, you end up learning a big twist on, now, in the beginning of, Traverse Town, an Aerith, who was a Final Fantasy character, which, like I mentioned, involves Final Fantasy into it, they mentioned someone named Ansem, who was researching the Heartless, which are the main monsters in the game. Little would you find out that Ansem is the main bad guy, and he also corrupted Riku into the darkness. And that was quite an interesting twist, because you spent your entire time playing the game trying to find your best friend, and next thing you know, your best friend backstabbed you. That's some standard Final Fantasy stuff. But after you beat the game, it ends up showing like a little cutscene to the next game, which is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, or Rechain of Memories, depending on which version you played. I've played both of them. I've never beaten it, I know. Mostly because, cards. Just cards. That's the basic function of the game, and that's actually what I would consider the black sheep of the series. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Again, great game. I love it to death. My personal opinion of it, I'd say it's a 9 out of 10 game. Even though I wish I could give it that 10, but the gummy ship. I mean, I could possibly let that slide, and then next thing you know, there's the boss battles. They're sometimes unfair. Like Ansem. He had so many different forms, and there were sometimes where he had to go on it alone. And I was so low on HP. Like, I kept dying and dying and dying and dying and dying. Until next thing you know, I got that one lucky streak. Anyway, that was Shadowy Opinions. I hope you guys liked it. I'm Sneaky Shadow, and I will see you guys in the next... And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day, everyone.